This was an unexpected bed bucket entry, but honestly, considering their antics, probably as many people who are saying, I don't know how it's unexpected. As a matter of fact, they're probably saying, Torian, I don't know how this person didn't get it in sooner. But today, the person who will be inducted into the Bed Bucket Hall of Shame will be none other than RG3 or Robert Griffin III. And for those of y'all who are unaware, Robert Griffin III was a #1 draft pick to the Washington Redskins many years ago, and he pretty much did not turn out the way that many people who are fans or were fans of the Redskins of that time hoped that he would turn out to be. He got all these endorsements, he got all of these deals, but in a way he turned out to be pretty much a bust. His career went nowhere, and then he just basically became a commentator. But it's also to no surprise to anyone that RG3 became basically a poster child for basically putting out there that he is, no surprise, is infatuated with PC women. I believe he's on his second marriage. I don't think that the woman he's with now is his first wife, but his first wife was a PC woman. I know he has a few children, but this is the woman that he's with now. I believe her name is Griffin. I believe that is her name. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her first name correctly or not, but he tends to parade around the fact that he is with this PC woman. It's like, okay, RG3, Robert, we get it. We know you are with this PC woman. We've been knowing it. We know that you are infatuated with PC women. I don't know why he continues to do it. I guess this is his way of just like throwing it into people's faces, but okay, whatever, fine. But the reason why I titled this video National Milk Day is because I'm gonna show you a caption, well, not a caption, but a screenshot. Apparently January 11th is something called National Milk Day. I can't keep up with all of these days. They keep coming up with all these new days and all these new terminologies and whatever. And apparently on January 11th, National Milk Day is supposed to be acknowledging when the milk got founded, or when milk started to first get put into rotation as a consumption item or as a baking item or whatever the case may be. I didn't know it existed until the next day, which was on the 12th. When I came across this post that RG3 put up there with him and his wife that read cookies and milk, #National Milk Day. So you can pretty much guarantee what he was alluding to, like just by the caption and at the picture. Nothing to do with what the day is supposed to represent, but because, you know, he's a black man and she's a white woman, he decided to put that up there, and it literally got a lot of people like, okay, dude, what is you really, you know, on? As a matter of fact, the pic went viral. It got 10 million plus views at the time of me recording the video, and it was spread like wildfire. There's a lot of people that left different opinions down there in the comment section. People had things that they had to say as it pertained to this. And not only that, but he decided, I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to upload this video of me and my wife that we posted on TikTok. Now I'm gonna put the video on there, but I'm gonna have to mute it because it has copyrighted music in it, so you can just go ahead and watch for yourself what they're doing. So there you have it right there. It was only 15 seconds, and you see right there it says every day is National Milk Day for us, or every day is National Milk Day, whatever cringe caption it has up there. This is what you can tell is two people who were made for each other, two peas in a rotten ass pod that were made for each other. And you want to know what's so crazy about this whole situation is you have people who don't even mind those who are getting into interracial relationships, some people who might be in interracial relationships, or people who even advocate for them, who are even saying how cringe this is. I even saw a comment, I kid you not, from a PC man who left a comment underneath the post that he made. I wish I could have found it, but it was scrolled so far down, and I didn't screenshot it, but trust me, he did actually say something like this, where even he says, I'm in an interracial marriage and I wouldn't even do this dumbass shit. Now that's a PC man saying that. Now I don't know to what ethnicity he's married to, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a black woman, but let's hypothetically say that it is. He's saying, I wouldn't even do this. Like, it looks very is very weird, because now people are saying RG3 is basing his whole personality just based off of his marriage and who he's married to. Not even necessarily who he's married to, because I don't know his wife from a can of paint. She doesn't appear to be a celebrity of any type. It seems to me that he would probably be the bigger financial breadwinner of the family, the more noticeable person in that relationship or in that marriage. So it's not like she's a big name. But who she's married to as far as her race goes is where people are saying, okay, now it's like, it looks very weird. When you even have people who don't mind people who are in interracial relationships saying how weird this is, or you have people saying that this is making me look at interracial relationships with a side eye, now that's when you start to question, because a lot of the times I always have often said, to be a fly on the wall in the households of some of these relationships where people like a RG3 or someone like him, if you could be a fly on the wall in their house, and it doesn't have to necessarily be his house, what would you find? It would probably be some weird stuff. You know what? I'll give you another example. PK Subban, or Subban. I never could pronounce his last name correctly. The black hockey player. Do y'all remember when he was posting up pictures in his PC woman's bikini? I think he did that twice. And by the way, I believe her name was Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn was also one of the women that Tiger Woods had cheated on his wife with. You know, all those horrible women that Tiger Woods was messing with? Lindsey Vonn was one of those women. And PK Subban, or Subban, who was a black hockey player, ended up messing with her, dating her. I don't know if they're still together or not. But the cringe thing about it was when it was 4th of July and they decided to wear matching swimsuits, but instead of him just wearing some American flag swim shorts, he decides to put on her American flag 2-piece bikini. It was so weird. And I said, to be a fly on the wall, I said, this is what y'all do in y'all spare time. And the thing is, he posted it up on social media, so it's not like none of us didn't see it. But like I said, it's very weird to degrade yourself. And one thing I have said in my head, and I think I said it out loud, but not to anybody, I said, when a lot of these people get into these interracial relationships, to the black people, y'all seem to give up a lot of yourself to ingrain yourself into their lifestyle. They'll never give up with who they are to come over to you. They might do it as a last resort, but it has to be an extremely last resort. Like, there's no turning back. Like, there's no possible chance that they're going back to the other side. They're stuck where they're at. But black people, for some reason, and it may not even be all black people, but for some reason, a lot of black people who seem to have an infatuation with wanting to date outside their race will drop all of their morals. A lot of them will drop their entire well-being, their culture, all of that, just to be in the arms and the graces of them, while they will not reciprocate it even halfway back to you. It is very strange. It is very weird. It's like, you were not like this before. Like, what happened between then and now? I understand sometimes, you know, in relationships, people tend to change or whatever because you're compromising for your partner. But damn, you did a complete 180. It's like we don't even know who you are anymore. It's just very weird. Now, I'm going to insert this other clip. I might have to, you know, cover it up a little bit, where a sports analyst by the name of Rob Parker had made some comments about RG3 back in the day, well, now 11 years ago in 2013, where he basically said what many black people have been saying about RG3 even early on in his career, when he called this man a cornball brother.
Personally, just me, this throws up a red flag when I keep hearing, and I don't know who's asking the questions, but we've heard a couple of times now of a black guy kind of distancing himself away from black people. Okay. I understand the whole story of, I just want to be the best. Nobody's out on the field saying to themselves, I want to be the best black quarterback. You're just playing football, right? You just want to be the best. You want to throw the most touchdowns and have the most yards and win the most games. Nobody is doing that. But time and time we keep hearing this, so it just makes me wonder deeper about him. And I talked to some people down in Washington, D.C., And my question, honest
friends of yours, right?
friends of mine, right, who are around and in some of the press conferences, people I've known for a long time. But my question, which is just a straight, honest question, is he a brother or is he a cornball brother?
What does that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
Well, he's not really. Okay, he's black, he kind of does the thing, but he's not really down with the cause. He's not one of us. He's kind of black, he's in the book, but he's not really like the guy you really want to hang out with because he's off to something else.
Why is that your question?
Well, because that's just how I want to find out about him. I don't know because I keep hearing these things. We all know he has a white fiance, and there was all this talk about he's Republican, which there's no information at all. I'm just trying to dig deeper into why he has an issue, because we did find out with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was like, I got black skin, but don't call me black. So people got a little wondered about Tiger Woods early on about him.
What do RG3's braids say to you?
Now that's different, because to me, that's very urban and makes you feel like, I think he would have a clean cut if he was more straight lace or not. Like, wearing braids is, you're a brother. You're a brother.
For many of you, if you're a sports fan, you've heard this clip, this audio you just heard. But if you are not a sports fan, this may be the first time you have ever heard this. You may not even know who Rob Parker was, or is, I should say, rather than was. But he made these statements back in 2013. It is now 2024. Y'all just saw everything in the last maybe 10 minutes. And I left that part purposely for the end, because all you can say after seeing everything that I just showed you and everything that I said, and then hearing what Rob Parker had to say about RG3, and then this is the only statement you can say. Was he lying? That's the only question you can really ask yourself, is was he lying? And I believe that was the last time Rob Parker made an appearance on that show. I don't think they called him back after the fact. But now, when you look back at it in hindsight, I think it's safe to say that Rob Parker is owed an apology. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to bring this to y'all because I thought this was just, like I said, it was very strange. It was very weird. It had people who were advocates for interracial relationships now kind of looking at it with the side eye, because it's like, wow, what if I end up in a relationship like this? Or what if this is what really goes on in these relationships? You know, because a lot of them play out these fantasies in their heads that these relationships work or are a certain type of way, and they're really not. Like, they look like they're one way, but they're really not. And a lot of the times that could be what's going on. It's just the fact that they probably didn't know because it wasn't put out on display for social media consumption. But then you have people like RG3. Again, this guy is literally basing his whole personality from what I'm looking at, how I'm gauging it with my own lens. He's gauging he's putting out his whole personality based and solely around his relationship. Again, this National Milk Day has nothing to do, or should have nothing to do, with interracial relationships. It's supposed to be about what I showed you in the beginning in the screenshot. But let him tell it. That's how he's choosing. And then in the video said, we celebrate National Milk Day every day in this household or in this relationship. But yeah, like I said, it's just very weird and it's very cringe. At the end of the day, hey, let them do them, and he better hope that this works out for the best, because I'm telling you right now, if this relationship goes sour, ironically I said sour as in sour milk, people gonna be on his head. They gonna reach back to that post and them videos, and they are going to clown him even harder than they're clowning him right now.